makes Vinson Elkins different from other law firms for me is the sort of open and laid-back culture that it has. Don't be fooled though, I think the firm here has some of the fiercest and smartest lawyers in the world. One of the partners I greatly admire once told me that what he loved about the firm is that whilst everyone takes their work extremely seriously, no one takes themselves too seriously.
The firm is, in a way, has the best of both worlds. It's been in the London market for 45 years, making it one of the oldest US law firms in London, so it's embedded in the City of London culture, but also it's part of that market-leading US firm. So you have the best of both worlds in terms of City of London expertise and US-based support.
When we meet candidates, we obviously want strong academics, but we also want someone who is interested in the work that we do here at Vinson & Elkins, and also someone who has a good personality and will fit in well with the office.
I'm not sure there's such a thing as a typical trainee task at Vinson & Elkins. Every day is very different. The trainee who currently is sharing a room with me today is spending his day preparing an application to the English High Court in order to get documents for use in proceedings in New York. That's by no means atypical. Often our trainees are involved in interviewing witnesses, in drafting pleadings, and maybe running a completion checklist on a major transaction.
I remember from day one of the partners asked me to go into a client meeting with them, which I thought was quite scary. I mean, I was only a vacation scheme student. But that was great. I was introduced as a vacation scheme student and not just left at the back of the room, and I got to take an attendance note for the partner. So I think from the very first day, Vinson & Elkins really try and get you involved into the work.
I think a good trainee is one who comes in and is willing to jump in and work hard from day one, work well with people on a friendly basis, interact. We try and treat our trainees almost like they're first-year lawyers so that they really get intensive experience at whatever level they're capable of working at.
What I like best about working at Vinson Elkins is that I'm able to work in an environment that I feel really at home in. Not only do I feel at home in here, I'm also able to work for a diverse mix of clients across a broad range of industries and some really specialist sectors.
It was the non-rotational seating scheme which I found really interesting because it allows you to sit in a seat for 6 months and really get involved in the work in that area. But then beyond that, you're able to take on work from other departments also, and it then means that you're able to continue on matters which you're involved in past the 6-month seating, so you don't have to hand over to new trainees, which allows you to see it through to the very end, which is great.
The training contract here is different from many places. It's less structured, and accordingly those people are self-starters who are determined and willing to invest in their own careers tend to be those who get on best. It may sound old-fashioned to say it, but character and grit are two of the characteristics which really seem to allow people to succeed.
Best experience I had as a trainee at Vinson Elkins was probably my secondment out to Hong Kong and Beijing. It was really great to see the sheer size of the firm and to work with lawyers from various different backgrounds and who are qualified in different areas of law. And it was also great to work for clients that are some of the biggest companies in the world.
Typically, vacation scheme students just come in for one interview of 30 minutes long, and that's when we go through the problem question with them and also discuss their application form.
The vacation scheme interview involved being given an energy-related scenario, which we were given some time to consider, and then we had to prepare a presentation to give to our 3 interviewers. And after that, we were asked a number of questions about our personal qualities and skills that were designed to demonstrate that we'd be capable in a legal profession. And interviews are always scary, they're supposed to be, but the interviewers were so friendly and welcoming that actually it made the whole experience quite enjoyable. It was a really good day.
Each vacation placement scheme is 1 week long, and these take place between June and September each year. Typically, we ask that our vacation scheme students become trainees for the week, and this is so that they can get a feel for what it's like to be a trainee.
A good Vinson & Elkins trainee needs 3 things, I would say, and it's a pretty high standard, I will acknowledge. I think one is intellectual ability. Academic abilities are a real priority for us. The deals that we're doing, the disputes that we're handling are among some of the biggest and most complex in the market, and we need people who can handle that. I think our trainees also need to be hardworking. That's not just about Vinson & Elkins, but just in our practice area, in our world, there are times when it's seriously hard work and we need people who can cope with that. And thirdly, we are obsessive about cultural fit. We need people who can fit into the easygoing, collaborative culture of the firm and who are easy to deal with and who our clients are going to like working with for potentially the next 30 years, as it's a long-term investment for us, not just a short-term training programme.
Our normal preference when looking at people applying for a training contract at Vinson Elkins is where possible to recruit from our summer vacation scheme.
The process for applying for a training contract at Vinson & Elkins is simply an application form that students can find online via our website.
For me, the sign of a fun place to work is the sound of laughter and the sight of smiles in the corridors, and I really experience that here.